Welcome everybody. Today we're going to have a product review of a brand new item to us, and here it is. This is a 12-inch high carbon steel rod. And as just like all of our products, I'm going to start with the packaging, then we're going to go over the product, and I'm going to show you, demonstrate to you how to properly use a steel and the purpose of why you need a steel. If you're into any kind of cooking, or if you even have a knife in your kitchen, this is something that you'll need, and it'll last for years if you properly take care of it. So I'll even go over maintenance, and we'll start on the different types of that needs to be done so that you know how to take care of it for years. So let's start with the packaging. We have a hang tab at the top. It is a really nice cardboard packaging with a hard plastic cover over the top. Very attractive coloring on it, as you can see right here. Okay, we can turn it over. There's our UPC. There's our Trust Your Butcher seal of approval, and then just some little list of some stuff, and I'll read through that real quick so you kind of get an idea of what a steel is. This is a 12-inch high carbon steel with 360 degrees of sharpening capabilities. It's the perfect length to home all knife styles. It's got a durable poly handle with a finger guard. That way you won't cut yourself when you're using it. It's got a built-in hanging loop on it so that you can hang it when not in use, or you can put it back into the package for good safekeeping. Our sharpening steel is for all types of knives. You can use this on your kitchen knives, a household type knife, a sporting knife, a fillet knife, even a pocket knife. It can even be used on a grunton style blade. As long as it's not a serrated blade, this steel will work on it. Okay, now let's show you how you open it up. It is a simple slide out. We'll slide this out, and here's the steel itself. And it does come to where the steel even has a little sheath over the top, okay? And that's for shipping, because a proper steel is magnetized, and that is just an extra protection layer to make sure that nothing happens during the shipping and it can lose its magnetism, okay? Now, what makes ours really unique and different, and it's cool to me, okay? Right on the blade, you can see our little logo right there. Isn't that something? Yeah. But now the blade itself, I'm sorry, not the blade, the rod itself, the edge, most steels you'll see with a grit going straight down it, okay? And that has a purpose. And then a diamond steel kind of has a porous all the way around it and everything. So what we've done is it's not a diamond coat, okay? But we do have both of them on this right here. Let me see if I can get it up close to you and see if you can actually see. There is, it's hard to see the striations in it, but it does have both types of coatings on the steel so that it'll pick up properly and use it in a good sense for when you're wanting to use it. Now, how to check to see if your steel has magnetism is take a knife, place it right there on top, and you can, as you're barely pulling it off, if it's trying to stick to it, your steel has it. It needs it to properly work, okay? Now, this is how we tell people to use a steel. I'm gonna back up just a little bit so you can see it. Hold it in your hand firmly. You don't need to just let it flop around, but hold it still. Take your knife, and what we tell people is at an angle, okay, of about, picture a quarter underneath the back side of this blade right here, okay? That would be the angle that is needed. And what it is, this is a 15-degree angle on our blades. So, well, yeah, that's a 15-degree angle on our blades. And so what we're going to do is you're going to hold it right there, okay, at that angle, and use your wrist and use a complete strike down okay? All the way down one side. Flip and go to the other side while remaining at about a a quarter height off of it. And you're going to go back down on that side. And you're going to do it back and forth, okay? It's not a speed game. These steels work at whatever speed you're doing it. So you don't have to go real fast like a professional does. And you'll hear a sound that whenever it's working, it is the proper sound. It's not going to be this sound. You don't want to just bang it, okay? You want to properly use a steel. You hear that? I call that music for me, okay? And what you're going to do is use the steel properly by going back and forth. If you are not comfortable of going into your hand, a steel is not directional. You can do it this way and put it on the table and do it this way. It does not matter, okay? But just remember, you want that angle, and then that's how you use it. You don't want to be bringing the steel to the knife. Use the knife and just very delicately go back and forth. You do not, I'm going to go real slow. See, I'm going to the whole distance, back and forth. That's all it takes to use a steel. Now let's explain real quick how to maintenance and care for them. After a lot of use, a steel, the grooves on it will get caked up with metal fibers from your blade and probably oils and grease off of the blade. Take a piece of emery cloth, wrap it around it, and clean it off this way, okay? Just swipe it back and forth with a piece of emery cloth, then wash it in warm soapy water. Do not dishwasher this, okay? Warm soapy water, dry it off, let it air dry, and put a light coat of oil on it. That's all it takes. That'll keep it from rusting forever. This is a carbon steel product, okay? It is new to us. Stores are ordering them presently. Not all of them have them at this time. But if you go to your local barbecue store and ask them where the butcher barbecue tools, grilling supplies are, check out and ask them if they've gotten in the knives and the steels. And I know that they'll want them if you ask for it. But this also can be purchased on our website also under the tabs of grilling tools and supplies.